The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra is one of those phones that becomes more impressive the longer you use it, even though it may not be the Samsung Foldable that gets the most attention this year. On paper, the Ultra has almost everything you could ask for: a huge 8-inch inner display, flagship level performance, a 5-camera system, better battery life, faster charging, and a much less noticeable display crease. Yet compared with the regular Galaxy Z Fold 8, I actually find the Ultra to be the less exciting device. Still, it remains my favorite overall foldable. Samsung's strategy this time around was not to completely redesign the Ultra, instead it took the previous generation and refined it. The phone is a little thinner, the inside display is flatter, the battery is much larger, the cameras are better, and charging is finally faster. It's also extremely expensive, but when you consider that you are getting a phone that can also transform into a tablet, the price is at least somewhat easier to justify. For me, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra remains one of those rare devices where the high price makes sense once you actually understand what it is capable of. This year, Samsung made an unusual decision with its flagship foldable lineup. Instead of having one clear flagship fold design, the company introduced two very different versions. The standard Galaxy Z Fold 8 gets an all-new wider body that is redesigned to make the phone more comfortable for content consumption. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra goes in the opposite direction. It keeps the familiar fold design that has always emphasized productivity, multitasking, and having a larger screen available whenever you need it. That creates an interesting problem for the Ultra. The phone carries Samsung's most premium fold branding, but it doesn't immediately look like a dramatic step forward. At first glance, it could almost be mistaken for the Galaxy Z Fold 7. There are plenty of improvements here, but most of them are refinements rather than major visual changes. And because the previous Fold was already one of my favorite phones of the year, I'm actually okay with that. Samsung didn't need to completely reinvent a formula that already worked. Instead, the company seems to have focused on fixing some of the smaller weaknesses and making the overall experience better. The camera system is one of the biggest differences between the Ultra and the standard Z Fold 8. Samsung gives the Ultra a 200MP main camera, a 10MP telephoto camera, and a new 50MP ultra-wide camera. And for me, the telephoto camera is particularly important. Having actual 3x optical zoom gives you a major advantage over relying on digitally enhanced zoom. The Ultra also takes very good photos in a wide range of lighting conditions. During the day, the main camera captures plenty of detail, and in low light, Samsung's processing does a strong job of keeping images usable. Still, there is one area where I think Google has the slight advantage. I generally prefer the way Pixel phones handle photographs because they often look a little more natural and sometimes preserve slightly more fine detail. That doesn't make the Samsung camera bad, far from it. The new 50MP ultra-wide is an especially useful upgrade and gives you more detailed results while capturing landscapes, wide architectural shots, and other large scenes. Here are some camera samples from the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra is a better phone than the Z Fold 7 in almost every practical way, but it doesn't create the same sense of excitement that the previous model did. The biggest difference is that Samsung's upgrades feel evolutionary. The phone gets a stronger performance, brighter displays, better battery life, improved charging, a more capable ultra-wide camera, and a flatter internal screen. All of those are real improvements, but none of them fundamentally changes the experience. And that leads to my biggest criticism. The problem isn't really the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra itself, the problem is the version of the Ultra that Samsung could have created. I would have loved to see the wider body from the standard Z Fold 8 combined with the Ultra's 3-camera system. Then I would take that design and increase the internal panel to something around 8.4 inches. That would give the phone even more vertical space for productivity while also making movies and television shows look considerably better on the huge screen. It would also make the Ultra feel much more clearly differentiated from the standard Fold. That, to me, is what Samsung should eventually aim for. The current Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra is still an excellent foldable and one of the most complete Android devices you can buy. But around $2,100, the improvements simply aren't large enough to justify an immediate upgrade for someone who already owns the previous Fold. And because the standard Galaxy Z Fold 8 starts at roughly $1,900 while using the same processor and offering similar performance, it presents a very compelling alternative. So, my recommendation is pretty straightforward. If you absolutely need serious side-by-side multitasking, want the taller traditional Fold display, or you really value having a dedicated optical zoom camera, the Ultra makes sense. For everyone else, the regular Galaxy Z Fold 8 remains the better pick for this generation.